Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. In the last episode, we kind of diverted from the main story to go take care of our warrior and samurai class quests. We learned a little bit more about Musosai's wayward pupil from a visitor from Kugane, and we kind of met a user of similar abilities to warriors who comes from the Nazim Steppe in Othard, a Zayla Al-Ra, who our character and Curious Gorge and his brother are going to kind of be taking on as a pupil to try to see if we can help her tame her inner beast. So we'll see how that progresses as we proceed through our levels as warrior. And on that front, just to mention it, I was able to get my warrior up to level 62 and got new gear set for that. So, but we'll be using the warrior primarily for dungeon runs on screen. When we need to do a dungeon or any other type of duty, primal battles, that sort of thing, as we proceed through Stormblood. So I'll be working on trying to keep that up to levels off-screen. Alright, so we're going to head back to the main story quest for a little bit here. And if we remember that what we're trying to do is get a symbolic victory for the Resistance, so that they have something to go back out to the populace of Alamigo and begin recruiting more fighters to help fight the Empire. So let's go ahead and talk to Ralbon, and let's see what his plan is. Alright, we've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from that look I see it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map, right here. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Ayame. Alright, so we're going to go out there, wipe out an Imperial patrol, and see if we can't elicit a response. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so we're just going to ride past the local wildlife. We're not going to deal with it. Yeah, these Leshies tend to be a little bit more aggressive than everything else. Alright, speaking of, you're kind of about where I want to be, so I'm going to remove this one and use it to build up. Some of my meters here. Perfect. Now, there's another one right there. And we're probably going to have to deal with it. Alright, fine. Alright, let's see if there's an Imperial patrol in the area, which there almost certainly is. There we are. Alright, there we go. Imperial soldiers down. And let's fall back to the rendezvous point. Gives me back here. Ah. Now this one's gonna have to be dealt with. I was just about to remark that there is an aether current underneath that bridge, which I will go grab before we talk to Ralbon. Should be able to climb up these rocks. There you go. Alright, so this is going to bring us into an instance battle, so let's go ahead and head on in. Alright, all went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castellum Velodina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Let's go.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces.
Hey, there's a familiar face.
It's like all my name days have come at once! Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush! Attack!
Yeah, I think not. Alright. Let's go with little ones first. Alright, you. Oh.
Get after them, damn you!
Yep, we'll deal with the small ones. Yeah. Kind of off my... There we go. I just take the Vanguard 1 prototype. Get some damage in on it. Alright, more of these things.
Now I've gotcha.
I'm just gonna do my AoE stuff on here. Princeps. Avoid all of that. This guy's a tough nut. I think we're primarily just waiting to hold out until the resistance forces arrive, most likely. Then whatever happens to show up. He isn't really letting me do a lot of damage to this guy. Well, we'll keep working him over. Ah, here comes some more guys. Alright, hold on. Yeah, these guys I can actually hurt. See if I can't include that Princeps in here. Princeps is down. Alright, good. Signifers. Alright, let's hit the Vanguard. Okay.
You'll be weeping blood.
Okay, whatever that was, it didn't really do much. I'm just trying to bring in more stuff. Alright.
Tizona!
Alright, looks like,
As a raging bull!
Ralbon's finally fed up. Alright. Right. He who fights and runs. What the... Who in the hells are you lot? For Alamigo, let none escape. Alright. The resistance has shown up. Alright, let's get rid of this Magitech Vanguard. Well, primarily because it's the only thing that we can actually attack. Oh, it's gonna self-destruct. Alright. There we go.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Aye, run and tell your Viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Alright, well done all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Tarupin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle, Monago, I leave the Scions in your care. Alright, we shall return to the castrum den. Ayame, Mistress Leveilleur, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. Alright, so let's have a chat with Monago here. Right, I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously, though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff. We don't need that. We don't need a lot of this stuff. Well, let's see, guillotine. I am going to take one of those. Alright, so what's next? Right, Monago is ready to return to Ralgar's Reach. Alright. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Alright, so back to Ralgar's Reach. And let's go find Monago. And turn this one in. Alright, you didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. It is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners, just you wait and see. Ayame, Alice, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Alright, what do we got? We got Knuckles, Trident, Gaushes, and Hoplin. None of those I need. I'm going to take the material then. Sell that stuff on auction. Alright, so that branch of the main quest is done. We had another one over here, Familiar Face Forgotten, which, unfortunately, I just don't remember, my friend. It may have been from a side quest we never actually did. Alright. Let's have a chat. And Lisa's here, too. Alright, this tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade, if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages there. Right, there are more villages there than out here. But also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Alright, so we want to journey to the peaks. So let's head on over.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Alright, Mefford. Right, we have a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Alright. So, we are headed there. Alright, nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Alagana's due east, past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Guess that's the bridge they're speaking about. We're just gonna ignore that. Alright, I see the blue glow of an aetheryte there. Alright, Alfred. Alright, you can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. And as for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright, Meffred would like to introduce you to the village elder. Right. Raganfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Well, first things first, we're going to go ahead and grab that aetheryte. Alright, Ragnfrid, let's have a chat with you. Alright, don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mifrid. I see, I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But you surely hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefrid. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too, my home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait, I know those highs. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext, and I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ralgar, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive, and I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Okay, so that didn't exactly go well. Alright, let's see what Mefford has to say. Alright, that could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly. See what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Alright, we don't need any of that, so we grab the materia. Alright, so now we got a bunch of stuff to do here in town. But I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and break off of the main story quest line for the moment. Because I think I mentioned last episode that I wanted to add some additional jobs to the repertoire here. And so I wanted to start unlocking them and getting them leveled so that we can kind of rotate them in. And I was thinking about doing Machinist. And I've decided to go ahead, we're going to do Machinist. And I'm also going to add in another one as well. And what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in Dark Knight as well as Machinist. So, I'll go ahead and get those unlocked, which should be fairly quick. I hope it's fairly quick. I don't have a ton of time left. Let's at least go ahead and get Machinist taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and teleport out to Ishgard, which is where that unlocks. The reason why I'm going to go with Machinist and Dark Knight is that, well, primarily is that both of them start at level 30, so they're going to be a lot easier to level up to get to our current level. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work anyway, but that's all going to be done off screen, and we'll be cycling in to do the various, like, job quests and everything as I get to them. Alright. So here it is. Stefanovian is where we start to get access to Machinist. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are the outsider who helped save Ishgard? Ah, I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies, and let me just say you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to the Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders, but we are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the Machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us and exploring the Machinist discipline? Yes, we are. You are? Of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stefanovian. Stefanovian de Hillenart. And you are... Alright. Wait your introduction with undisguised enthusiasm. And we're going to get a basic set of gear. Alright, accept. Ayame, is it? Well, Ayame, allow me to welcome you once more to the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, 'tis our charge to deploy or develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's magitech with traditional aetherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? Alright. Right, splendid. Now the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire... Where in the hell is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship, and I might explain to you the particulars of the machinist profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, me lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man. We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Jay, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be. But my lordship, we ain't even sure where to start looking. You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of Lenosha. Ah, yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. Lenosha, my lordship. Are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place. Well, folk will clout you across the face as soon as look at you. Well, I must admit to little familiarity with its environs. Hark, Joye, the prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist. We shall have the worldly Ayame here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of Lenosha must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? I wouldn't go that far. Now, no false modesty. Whatever knowledge you have of the place must far exceed ours, no matter your protestations. You will consent to guide us, will you not? Alright, then 'tis settled. Julia here, in addition to her loyal service to House Halenart, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt to Lenosha. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague designation. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. Alright. Camp overlook. Out of Lenosha. Alright. There he is. So this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout a man in the face in place of a how do you do. Shall I make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot once we have gathered what intelligence we may. Scrutinizing private. You mean that big Rogaden bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards. You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say ow. Alright, scowling private. I've seen him alright. Got himself a cold reputation too. You can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old and just expect to be forgiven. And here's the grinning private. A bloke laid at Ishgard. There was a stranger come about asking after one of our lads. Told him the sorry saw he was looking for was in a cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. Stefanovian, alright. How fared your interrogations? 'Twould seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let us investigate this infirmary, then. Alright, here we are. Oh. Alright. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that his guardians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rostenthal. Think of the future. Rostenthal? Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joye, if you please. You shite-eating bastard. Next time I'm aim for the shaft twixt your thighs. Are you not proud? Was you who taught Joye everything she knows about shooting, and spitting colorful profanity besides. Aye, the lass has learned me lessons well. Well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joye is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rostenthal. Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me would rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you, the epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? There's only pirate scum hold a firearm like this, and I ain't gotta teach the machinist way to no opeless sausage-fingered venturer what you dragged in off the street. Then, you are saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her? Did you hear that, Ayame? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. You've the look of a Leminson venture about ye. Fine, Stefanovian. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance, one lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of the Sky Steel Manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry, is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Alright, so we get the soul of the machinist, we get the steel-barreled carbine, and a couple of pieces of actual gear. Alright, machinist is unlocked. So I will have to set up a gear set for that. And then here is where we're going to be doing our class quests. Alright, so we actually have to do this. Alright, I don't have... The only thing I have is what they gave me. Which is not much. Well, it might be enough. Alright. Rosenthal seeks to evaluate your natural talent with a firearm. Alright. For a first-timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfort only lasts right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right. Here's a few pointers before we start so as you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind you. And boom goes the firearm. Your weapon can also hold a limited number of specialized bullets, which will add some guaranteed kick to your shots. Don't forget to reload when you get the chance. You don't want to miss an opening for a killing shot because you're too lazy to replace your ammunition. Next, let's talk about the contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the aether in your body and turns it into the spark what will feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of the machinist. I based the design on the more traditional soul crystals and will act as a focal point for the energy conversions performed by the Aethero-transformer. That would be the contraption Rosenthal mentioned. Alright, you learn all machinist actions and traits level 30. Detailed descriptions can be viewed. Yeah. Alright, that's all you're getting for now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket whip cur. Them's your choices. Alright, so what I'll probably actually do is go ahead and end the episode here because I'm running out of time. And I want to get some gear. For this class, because I did not do that ahead of time, which I probably should have, but hey, didn't remember to do it. So, let's go ahead and save a new gear set. Put that out on my bars, and yeah, we'll get this all sorted out. So I gotta get my bars all sorted out as well and everything else. So I will work on that off screen. And so for next episode, what we'll probably do is run through this quest. I'll go ahead and unlock Dark Knight as well. And then we'll proceed back on to the main storyline, and then I'll start working on these classes off screen, and then we'll pop back in from time to time to go through the class quests as we do with the warrior and the samurai as well. So, some new stuff to do. Okay, but for now, we'll end it here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.